Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Real Madrid Hub. Again, I'm your host, Dr. JOTA, and again, we have to start talking about Kylian Mbappe again because yesterday, you remember, I'm finding something, hold on. Do you remember a journalist called Jan Ajefjordov, which was the family speaker, the Haaland's family speaker, the voice speaker, whatever you want to call it, from Erling Haaland family? Okay, that guy yesterday said Kylian Mbappe only signed. Let me find the news. Yeah, here we go. So Kylian Mbappe only signed for one more year with PSG and then come to Real Madrid in 2023. I mean, this is pretty real. I know it sounds really, unreal, right? Unbelievable, but it happened, and apparently Jan Ajefjordov has the best information of this news just because he released this statement right before L'Equipe said he only has a 2-year contract. So right now we don't exactly know what's going on, how long is the Kylian Mbappe's contract in PSG, and we don't know if that is about 1, 2, or 3 years, but the player has already spoken to New York Times and he's been speaking about Real Madrid in a very good and positive terms. So my opinion is the guy, Kylian Mbappe, is preparing himself for landing in Madrid. I don't know whether next year or 2023 or the following one, 2024, but the thing is, he, in my opinion, is regretting already to have signed another contract with Paris Saint-Germain. So we will have to stay tuned to the channel, guys, because a lot of things can happen as of now, and I will keep you posted just in case something else happens. So yeah, that is how the things are going down right now regarding to Kylian Mbappe. But there's more stuff. Look, Florentino Perez, okay, according to this information, he knew already what the contract of Kylian Mbappe with PSG looked like, and he knew exactly that he only signed for 2 years, according to the L'Equipe, maybe one. He already knew that he was going to sign for just 2 years with Paris Saint-Germain, with the idea to come and play in Real Madrid by 2024, or at least to wait for Real Madrid to try to sign him again by 2024. So that's why Florentino Perez was very aware of the whole situation, and he knew exactly what was going on in Paris, although he looked really far away from the negotiation and all this stuff. Florentino knew what was going on, and he really knew what was going to happen and what kind of contract he was going to sign. So my opinion is Florentino Perez has been waiting for so long that he already has informants everywhere, and he knows exactly what he was signing and what he was getting into. So yes, he might be aware that the player really wants to come and play in Real Madrid, whether 24, 23, or 25. I don't know, but Florentino Perez is not stupid at all, and he knows a lot of things, and he was aware of this situation since the very beginning. But let's change a little bit, and let's try to talk about something different, which is not good news. Because Edu Aguirre last night, let me find it really quick. So Edu Aguirre last night said something really sad, really bad for Real Madrid, because apparently Benzema will not be able to make it against Atletico de Madrid, and Carlo Ancelotti will not be able to count on the French player for the derby. I mean, one of the most important, exciting, and one of the most difficult games that we are going to face in the next month against Atletico de Madrid. which is something, and of course I have to say something about this game and Vinicius Junior and all the harassment thing to the Brazilian player, but that is going to be in another video. The thing is, Edu Aguirre apparently has some information that he released last night in El Chiringuito, confirming that the French player, will not be ready to go against Atletico de Madrid because he doesn't want to force himself to play and get a worse injury. So that is the only reason. He might be ready to play. He might be okay. He might be coming along, but the problem is so soon, and the season is going to be so long that it is better, a wise decision, to say, hey, I'm not going to play, I'm not going to force against Atletico de Madrid, so I can get back in a much better form shape to play against another team, rather to come back earlier and try to play against Atletico de Madrid, get injured again, and then come back to the same thing. So to me, it's kind of sad, and somehow I really understand this decision, and my opinion is very favorable to this opinion of Carlo Ancelotti and Benzema, not to force him for that game. As far as the game today against Leipzig, let me tell you, Ancelotti has already assigned the number 9, the striker position, to one of the players he was asking for. That player is, yes, Rodrigo Goes. Rodrigo Goes will be featured tonight like the striker, like the number 9 player for Real Madrid, and he will replace Karim Benzema, and I'm pretty sure that he will perform at the top, highest level possible. So to me, tonight is gotta be great for Rodrigo Goes. He has ahead of him a great chance, a great opportunity to let the world know how what the great player he really is. And of course, I wish the best of the luck to the Brazilian player, because today, more than ever before, we have to trust him, right? We have to trust in this player, because considering Eden Hazard didn't have the chance to prove everybody that we were wrong, now Rodrigo Goes has his chance to become the number 9 we are looking for and prove everybody that he plays or he can play in that position. Let's see what happens, because it's going to be a very difficult and tough game as well, because we are talking about the champions, but I'm pretty sure he will figure out how to go through, how to get through the defense of the Leipzig and be able to score goals and be important and become the great player we are expecting for him to be. So let's see what happens. We will wait a little bit more, but Rodrigo will be the number 9, the striker of Real Madrid tonight. Another good news that we have regarding to Real Madrid, let me tell you, it is about the financial statement from last season. Let me tell you all, Real Madrid had a profit of about 13 million euros during the last season, and it is the first one, it is one of the few teams in Europe who is in green, who has green numbers in the books, which means that the management, the financial management by Florentino Perez has been so great that only few, like 2 or 3 teams in Europe, have been able to jump into the green numbers after the COVID thing and all this stuff, and Real Madrid is one of the few, as usual, because as you know, Real Madrid is also the most valuable team in the world, the most valuable brand in the world, and the number one reason for that, it is the Florentino Perez management, especially all throughout these last 2 years, when he has to address some very complicated issues in terms of renovations, renewal contracts, players, salaries, signings, and all this stuff, and all this with the losses provoked by the COVID pandemic, right? So my opinion on Florentino Perez and the financial statement is great, but I'm not apparently the only one, and this is the best proof he's the best financial manager we may have. So, I mean, shout out to the president, because as usual, he's doing a great job. And let me move on and talk about something that is really interesting, but it's not Real Madrid. It's about FC Barcelona, okay? It is about FC Barcelona. The reason for that is because last night, I don't know if y'all watched the game against, between Bayern Munich and FC Barcelona, and the German player again won the game against Barcelona for the 5th or 6th time in a row. They are winning constantly to Barcelona, right? So the thing is, Xavi Hernandez, after the game in the conference room, he said, I only wanted the referee to recognize and acknowledge that it was a penalty. So when the rest of the world, especially the FC Barcelona supporters and fans, were talking about, like, man, how is it possible that we had a lot of chances and we were not able to score a single goal, or we were not able to win? Xavi Hernandez was still on his own track and was still complaining about the referee, penalties, chances missed, and all the stuff, when everybody else is talking about, okay, when everybody else is not putting more and more excuses on the way, but they are recognizing and acknowledging it was not a good game and we have to try to do it better the next time, okay? Well, for any reason we don't know, Xavi Hernandez is always baby crying about every single thing else except his own stuff. He never owns his own business, right? He never owns his own blame, responsibility, whatever you want to call it, right? But he's always like spreading faults away and getting away from the fault and trying to get away with his own story, you know what I'm saying? And always, every single game, baby crying if they're not able to win, which is funny to me, but it is what it is, man. These guys work that way. And another thing I have to tell y'all, it is about Antonio Rudiger, because during the press conference, I don't know if y'all watched it, but Antonio Rudiger really praised his teammates, his Real Madrid teammates, and he said, Madrid players are very down to earth. I have settled here faster than anywhere else in my career. The reason for that is because Real Madrid is a very mature side, it's a very mature squad with players like Toni Kroos, Benzema, Modric, well above their 30s, and they know exactly what the team needs at any moment. And the good news, we don't have super young and cocky megastars, superstars like PSG with Kylian Mbappe and all those kind of super young players that they don't really know what the team needs at any moment. And the big difference with Real Madrid is when you count on players like Toni Kroos or Luka Modric or Benzema or Nacho or whoever it is. The good news for you as a new arrival, as a brand new player or something like that, it is you can count on them to feel better, right? And become assimilated much quicker than in any other team in the world, right? Because if you have these players helping you out with all the stuff and trying to make you warm and cozy and comfy here in Real Madrid, it is pretty obvious it's going to be the assimilation process is going to be much and way more quicker than would be in any other team, right? So that's why my shout out to Rudiger, because he's been assimilated in Real Madrid very quickly and very well. So I'm so happy to hear that. Yeah, today is another super great day of news, man. That is true. Let me upload all these videos that I just recorded so y'all have in Real Madrid Hub all the content, and I will keep talking about more stuff because there's a bunch of stuff today. All right, so let's keep going. Let's keep talking about Real Madrid, of course. We have more news. Let me change the scene right here. Okay. So, more stuff. Look, Kylian Mbappe, again, Kylian Mbappe has spoken to the New York Times, right? And he has said something really, really interesting. Number one is right here. Look at this. Kylian Mbappe, Real Madrid is one of the best clubs in the world, maybe even the best. I wish them the best of luck. Hold on, because there's more. There's more stuff. Look at this. Let me find it really quick. Yeah, here. Look. I have been in contact with Real Madrid for many years, a great relationship based on respect and admiration. I feel like I have a story with them even though I've never played for them. It's a different thing. Okay, so this sounds to me like the player has already changed his mind, and like Florentino said 1 month or 2 months ago, the player is probably regretting about his decision. The reason for that is because, as you know, he's not very happy at all with the transfer market of PSG. Al-Khelaifi hasn't been able to sign the players he wanted to sign, and that was the number one reason why I think the player is not feeling comfortable, and Luis Campos either. So that's why, to me, the player is probably looking forward to play in Real Madrid as soon as possible, because to me, he is aware he let the chance pass through, and my opinion is now he's kind of changing his mind, and as soon as possible he will try to restart again the whole thing, the whole drama, and try to insinuate and of course hint to everybody that he wants to play for Real Madrid. I'm pretty sure of that. Pretty sure of that. Yeah, because otherwise you don't say something like this. You don't say something like Real Madrid is the best or one of the best clubs in the world, if not the best club in the world. You don't say, yes, I like he says here. Let me zoom in a little bit. I have been in contact with Real Madrid for many years, a great relationship based on respect and admiration. I feel like I have a story with them, even though I've never played for them. It's a different feeling. You don't say these kind of things if you're not thinking about coming and play to Real Madrid, man. You don't say that at all. The only reason that comes to my mind that pushed me to think that the player really wants to come and take the chance that he didn't last summer, it is just that he has a kind of feeling of urgency about his train might be gone right now. His train, his opportunity, his chance to play in Real Madrid might be gone. And we already told him, man, the train of Real Madrid only passed once, not twice. And right now within Real Madrid, as you know, Pedro, Florentino, the feeling is the same. We don't want Kylian Mbappe anymore. We are not longer interested in Kylian Mbappe because the player missed the chance to play for Real Madrid last summer, and the way he did that, it was even worse. I mean, he probably chose the worst way to say no to Real Madrid, betraying us. Especially that, he was not loyal at all, and Florentino Perez especially, he probably felt really bad for that. He probably felt like betrayed and you know, super sad for not giving the Real Madrid fans and supporters the thing that we wanted the most, which was the signing of Kylian Mbappe. So I don't know, he will probably have to reconsider a lot of things and rethink about it again, but I'm not quite sure Real Madrid will go ahead and try to sign the player, huh? Well, I'm not sure, but let me tell you something, because this is from Mario Cortegana. Mario Cortegana said within Real Madrid might be willing to work together with Kylian Mbappe to clean up his image. As you know, his public image, at least within Real Madrid fans and supporters, we all think the same way. We don't want him anymore in the squad. We are no longer interested in him, right? So if he really wants to play in Real Madrid in the future, he will have to work the things out a lot with the Real Madrid fans, and as soon as possible start to talk I mean, in the best way possible about Real Madrid and the fans and all the stuff, like he did in the New York Times, in order for him to try to gain more acceptation from the Real Madrid side, right? Otherwise, he's done. If Real Madrid fans, if we really feel we don't want the player anymore, it might be so hard for him to be able to go ahead and restart the thing again and restart the interest of Real Madrid again. I mean, he will definitely have to do something else aside of the word given. He will have to do something else in order for us to believe he really wants to play in Real Madrid. Otherwise, he's done. Nobody will believe in anymore. Nobody within Real Madrid will trust him anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's not that easy. You cannot bail us down last summer and then 2 months later say, no, I'm changing my mind. Now I think I should have signed for Real Madrid and not take any chance, man. It was a mistake. It doesn't work that way, man. It doesn't work that way. You cannot do that. You have to have a kind of honor code or something. Honors and principles and values and stuff like that. That is way appreciated by the Real Madrid side and fans, man. You cannot do that. You cannot simply just do that and that's it, and people will forget about it. Will not. They will not. But anyways, I mean, the Mbappe thing, man, it's gonna be for so long. Let me tell you, for so long. Yeah, I don't know. So more stuff regarding to now. Let's talk about Vinicius Jr. and the harassment he is going through in La Liga. Look, I cannot play this video, but as you can see, Vinicius Jr. is getting close to Javier Aguirre, Mallorca's coach, right? He's getting close, and you can see Javier Aguirre encouraging his players to break Vinicius Jr. down, to hit him. Look, and now Vinicius Jr. in that image is telling the referee, hey, look at what he's saying, okay? He's encouraging his players to kill Vinicius Jr. In this image, we can see Toni Kroos trying to get him out of the place, out of the situation, in order for him to concentrate and not get distracted, because that is ultimately the goal of Mallorca in any other club, right? Try to distract the Vinicius Jr. and get him out of the game and get him out of his mind all the time. And look at this. And here Ancelotti is telling him, just get out of here, man. Just get out of here and be focused. Be focused and be concentrated on the things that are important. Look, Vinicius Jr. Ancelotti is saying like, man, just get out, go away, get out of here. There's no point in you to be here. You know what I'm saying? And Vinicius Jr. insisting again, man, these guys are freaking me out, or I'm getting me nuts and all the stuff. And again, he's back again and talking to Javier Aguirre and all the stuff. I mean, it's nuts. And La Liga is not doing a single thing to stop this, man. That's the most frustrating for Los Madridistas, because we really think La Liga should get into this thing and try to stop it. Because we have to promote the spectacular games, the joy, the happiness, all the stuff, but not this kind of behavior, man. This kind of behavior is not helping anybody out. It's not helping to the show business. It's not helping to the people. It's not helping to the people that pay for the ticket a lot of money. A lot of reasons, man. But apparently nobody's going to do anything. That is what makes me really nuts, right? And drives me nuts and drives me crazy, because I cannot understand why are these guys doing this. There's no point in doing that, but apparently for them it does. I don't know, but let's see, because this is a very, very complicated issue. Okay, so more stuff regarding to the game tonight. Edu Cornago, who has been participating, and sometimes he showed up in the show here in Hotel Real Madrid. I've been talking to him a bunch of times regarding to Erling Haaland. Edu Cornago has been interviewing to Timo Werner. As you know, Timo Werner was very attached to Real Madrid for quite a time. insinuating that he might play for Real Madrid. And what he has said is basically very good words in order for us to understand that the player might be willing to play for Real Madrid. So, quote here, to be eliminated was very hard. Okay, this is referring to the time he was playing for Chelsea and got eliminated by Real Madrid. In quote here, in the Santiago Bernabeu, there is a special atmosphere. That's number one. Number two, their success is really impressive. I mean, the way he is addressing Real Madrid, the way he is talking about Real Madrid makes me think that he is still interested in playing in Real Madrid at some point. Problem with that is, to me, Real Madrid only has one goal in the foreseeable future, which is Erling Haaland in 2024. Not even Kylian Mbappe. We will have to wait a little bit more in order for us to think Real Madrid is still interested in Kylian Mbappe, but Erling Haaland is racing above Kylian Mbappe right now for Real Madrid, right? So Timo Werner is by no means a goal of Real Madrid for the foreseeable future or even the long run. My opinion is not, couldn't be so far away from this opinion that the player might join Real Madrid maybe at some point. I don't think so, man. I think that his time is gone. There was a moment when he was really close to come to Real Madrid, but he didn't for different reasons. And now Real Madrid, I don't think he's really thinking about him as a possible signing for Real Madrid, as a possible forward for Real Madrid. So I think that he will have to wait a little bit more and think about that a little bit more, because I don't think Real Madrid is really quite interested in him. By no means, right? So let's see what happens tonight. Let's see if Timo Werner is able to score goals and stuff like that, but I don't really think so. But I don't know. Let's see what happens, and of course let's watch the game, because tonight it's going to be another interesting player there, and that is Nkunku. So let's wait and see what happens. All right, let me upload this thing to Real Madrid Hub. I have two more news for y'all. All right, let's go. What else? Yeah, so only two more. Look, of course, we have to talk about the potential starting 11 for tonight. Okay, for tonight against Leipzig, to me, it's going to look like this way. Courtois is going to be in the goal, of course. Then Carvajal, Rudiger, Alaba, and Ferland Mendy in the defense. The midfield is going to be for Tchouaméni, Camavinga, and Luka Modric. And the attack is going to be for Vinicius Jr., Fede Valverde, and also Rodrigo Goes as the number 9. As you know, it's been a lot of discussions about who should be the number 9. For so many people out there, Hazard should occupy the position of number 9, although the bad performance from him last day against Mallorca. But some people out there really think Rodrigo Goes might be ready to go, might be better at that position tonight, and might have a better performance than Eden Hazard tonight against Leipzig. And that is because he's young, he's a promising player, he plays really good. The other day against Mallorca, he played really well. His level of performance was really high. So a lot of people out there are insistent in the possibility of Rodrigo Goes playing for as a number 9 tonight against Leipzig. I honestly don't know what is going to happen, but yes, Rodrigo Goes is a very good choice if Carlo Ancelotti decides to go ahead and put the player in the number 9 position. Let's see, because that is going to be a very brand new situation for him, considering the other day was Eden Hazard who was playing in that number 9 striker position. So let's see how he moves, how he gets through the defense of Leipzig, and how he figures out how to score and be a Hazard, be dangerous for Real Madrid and for Leipzig as well. So let's see what happens. And the last thing, the last news I have for you all guys, it is this. Look, we've been talking about a lot about the harassment Vinicius Jr. is suffering, is going through this season. But let me tell you, before the derby, before the game against Atletico de Madrid, these are some posts from Twitter. Then a random guy from the fans of Atletico de Madrid is saying, look, next Sunday our stadium will be shut down, but it's gonna be for a good reason. Okay, one of our players has to sacrifice himself for the good of soccer, jump into the field, jump into the pitch, and break the leg of Vinicius Jr. So now you understand why the things are heating up? I think so, right? But there's more stuff. This guy, okay? I'm looking forward to seeing Felipe Montero playing, and in the minute number 3 to break Vinicius' leg. And then this picture here. I mean, this is completely nasty, gross, whatever you want to call it, but it's not acceptable at all. And somebody should do something about it. But apparently, nobody is going to stop this crazy thing, and Vinicius Jr. will suffer a lot of harassment in the stadium of Atletico de Madrid. Let me tell you, this is not the first time. Cristiano Ronaldo went through the same thing time ago, and this is always the same. Atletico Madrid fans always heating up the things, and things like this, or even worse, can happen if nobody does something about it. So, well guys, this is all what I have for you all today. Now that you know a little bit more about Real Madrid and how the things are going down, hopefully you have a great time with me in this streaming thing, and hopefully we can meet us each other in another one, okay? Yeah, hopefully. Thank you so much to you all for being there again, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.